So it's a Monday, and for somebody who feels like she represents herself as a very organized, like ready to go person, I do not like Mondays. I would prefer for my Mondays to start with my karaoke cardio class at 5:30 p.m. But that's not what happens. It's already almost 9, so it's not even that early. But I did have a nutrition client a little bit earlier this morning, and my whole existence right now is kind of a mess. So we were on vacation for a week. We were on a cruise, which was super, super fun. We had a lot of issues with
American Airlines
getting back to New York. And so basically we got back to the apartment like 10 p.m. last Sunday. And then I had a client at 7 a.m. the next day, and just like a full work day. And last week was very intense with work. And by the time Friday hit, I was so drained. Saturday, I had to work. Yesterday, I ended up having to work. And now we're back in Monday, and I still haven't even unpacked my suitcase from our cruise. So I do kind of feel like I'm playing catch up, and I feel like I'm a little off track, or I've gotten a little off the horse, or whatever we want to call it. So today, we're gonna talk about how to get back on track. So this is gonna be a little bit of tough love. The only way to get back on track is to take action. People sit around waiting to be motivated, and motivation is fleeting. It's an emotion that you're not always going to have. Should you use it when you have it? Hell yeah, but you're not always gonna have it. And a lot of times that motivation only comes when you take action. Now, that can be really hard to do. I understand that, but you have to do it. To take action, I want you to start with the simplest thing. What is the simplest task that is going to get you into the right track of motivation and getting back into your like normalcy? Because if you start something, you are probably going to find some of that sweet, sweet motivation. So for me, I obviously look like a mess. So the first action I'm gonna take is just to put on pants. Let's put on some pants. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Task number 1 is done. Pants and shoes, I don't care what everything else is. That tells me like, it's time to go. It's time to do something. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is clean up my environment, because, can we see this? This isn't even like the worst of it. We're not gonna be able to tackle the entire thing right now. Unpack my suitcase. I have all of this like makeup and hair stuff that I brought to work yesterday. I have packages to open. The kitchen is filled with boxes that need to be broken down. And the living room is kind of a mess because I fell asleep sitting up on the couch last night. So. And the reason that I'm gonna recommend you clean up your environment is because what surrounds you is going to influence how you're feeling. So for me, if I'm surrounded by chaos, my entire day is going to feel like chaos. But if you are surrounded by not all of this crap, you're not gonna feel like your day is full of crap. Does that make sense? I feel like I could have put that more eloquently, but it's fine. Let's do a little cleaning. So another thing I recommend doing is having at least a loose structure for your day. So for me, I like to use, it's like the tasks on Google. Here, I'll show you. So we have this like daily to do. Obviously, I only have this and I haven't done any of this yet and I'm so behind, but it's okay, it's fine, it's fine. So basically, I'm gonna go into my calendar and I am going to look at all the things I need to do today. I'm gonna write them right in here. So we're gonna do that right now. Okay, that actually wasn't that much stuff to do. It's more just like, it's time consuming and not like tedious listing out every little task, if that makes sense, what I have to do today. So after I'm done with this client, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen and living room because then I have another client at 1. I have just like some filming stuff to do, so I've noted that in here. I have to prep for my cardio class at 5:30, and then I just have to edit and upload it, because then I also have a client after my cardio class. So that took me just 5 minutes to do, and this is what I talked about in a previous video, and I talk about with specifically my nutrition clients all the time. Take a 5-minute action. One 5-minute action is going to help you get into that state of motivation. Specifically for this, like, I didn't get home till late last night. I didn't have a day off this weekend. So I usually wouldn't be doing this at 10:45 on a Monday. I would have done this yesterday, or even when I woke up bright and early today. But instead of just going, throw it all out the window, whatever, the whole day's ruined because I didn't do this thing that sets me up for my day. No, we're just gonna do it a little bit later. And having a really simple plan for your day like this is going to help you get that motivation and set you up for success. Okay, so we have about 13 minutes till my next nutrition client. So we're just gonna get some busy work done, I guess. Oh, I do have 1,000 emails. Let's dig into emails. Okay, I will see you guys afterwards to clean up the kitchen. I feel like you're very high. Okay, kitchen feels so much better. Living room feels great. This room feels great. I made the bed. We're on a roll. So I'm already feeling better. I have about 20-ish minutes until my next client. It's a personal training client. I'm gonna take this time, instead of just like dicking around, I'm gonna put on my face makeup because I know that I need to film today. And I really don't want to. So that's gonna be another tip that I have for you, to use your time wisely. So if you have a little pocket of time in your day, instead of just like pulling out your phone and going on TikTok, which is probably a demotivator, you wanna take that time and fill it with something that is going to get you motivated, get you back on track. So for me, number one, I need to put on makeup to film a sit down video. Number two, I'm always gonna feel a little bit more like put together, ready to go, excited, motivated if I feel like I look good. So a little makeup's gonna help that. I feel like far too often when we think about like taking action and getting motivated, we think of the big things. We think of like going to the grocery store. We think of mapping out every single thing that we're gonna do in our workout at the gym for the next week. Those are just far too big to start. You need to take that 5-minute action, because with that 5-minute action, you're much more likely to do it because it takes 5 minutes. It's also gonna get really specific. Like if we just say, we want to eat healthy today. Well, what does that mean? And then even if you understand exactly what that means, well, how are you going to make that happen? Do you have options in the fridge? Do you know what time you can eat healthy? So anyway, the point of this tip is that people underestimate how much these small chunks of time matter. Not only are they the thing that can thrust you back into motivation, they're also gonna add up throughout your day. You know, it's great to be able to go, I'm gonna sit down for the next 3 hours with no distractions and work through my to-do list. I love doing that, but that's not always how my day works out. And I doubt that that's how your day usually works out. So hopefully that made sense. I'm gonna continue to put on my face, and then our game plan, we're gonna have our training session. I'm gonna film one of the sit down videos, the easier of the two. Then I'm gonna do a quick little workout, which is for the harder video that I have to get done this week. We're gonna prep for my cardio class, and then we're gonna take it from there. I also have a shit ton of video editing to do. It's leaking everywhere. Great, I'm gonna wipe this off my hand, and then I will see you in a bit. Much later now. So I finished almost all of my work for the day. I taught my cardio class, as I'm sure I popped in there and you saw. So I just got done with my last client. It's just about 8 o'clock, so she just left. I am exporting my class from tonight. So I'm gonna hop in the shower. It's a hair washing day, clearly. After that, we're gonna move to the couch to get a little bit more work done. I have random editing to do, random scripting, random SEO, keyword searching to do as we watch the Rams game, because I have Cooper Kupp on my fantasy. That's kind of my last tip for you, is to change your environment. Sometimes just moving to a different location is gonna help you kind of get that excitement of doing the work. In the olden days, pre-COVID, a lot of people, if they had stuff to do like from home, a lot of people might like go to a coffee shop to change up their environment to go work instead of being stuck in the same place at their desk or at their couch or coffee table at home. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change up the environment instead of sitting here, and we're gonna go sit out there just to add a little spice and keep myself motivated on this very long Monday. Okay, let's go take a shower.